semi-confident. Let's not get crazy here.
Oh my goodness.
But anyway, yeah, and you know, I think that kind of goes back to you know what I was talking about, like, you know, with your, you know, friends versus guy, you know, performance.
Mm.
You know, like one kind of the realities of raiding is that you really need to perform to a minimum level in order to kind of, you know, participate with everybody else. And like, you know, especially when you start talking about like a lot more of the hardcore rating, you know, like every person kind of has to carry their weight, or like everybody gets dragged down.
Right.
And you know that can be super frustrating when, you know, like someone feels like they're putting in the effort. You know, they learn, you know, they watch the videos, they learn the stuff, all this stuff, but then somebody else comes along and is like, well, no, these rules don't apply to me. And so it can kind of feel kind of really shitty that, you know, you're doing, you know, you're trying to pull your weight, but you know the other people are not, you know, kind of not upholding, you know, sense of their end of the bargain.
Yeah, and we you can't, oh my god, words. You can't carry in hardcore content. Like, carrying doesn't work. That's like what mid. Oh my god, the Saren just killed us all. That's what like casual and mid-tier content is for.
Right. Right. It's you know, that was kind of one of the next things we wanted to talk about, was kind of like the different classifications of raids.
Mm-hmm.
Where you have kind of like the concept of we have kind of the concept of, you know, like there's kind of the easy starter type of raids, which, you know, is where you kind of, you know, you get kind of, you know, you dip your foot into the low end of the pool, the easy stuff.
Yeah, wow, that was like Harazan, Noxramis.
Right. Like, well, you know, and like, you know, in early WoW, I mean, stuff that was basically, this is the stuff that basically, you know, had less people required. So basically, yeah, you could get, you know, it's easier to get 10 friends together than, or I guess 9 other friends together than to get, you know, 25 other people, 24 other people.
Or 39, depending on.
Right.
And so you start out with like casual stuff. That's the easiest entry level stuff, or the oldest stuff.
Yeah, often, like, you know, like older stuff will get deprecated, where, you know, like, you know, running Binding Coils of Bahamut in 14 now, if you don't sync your level down, is, you know, if you run it, you can run it on sync. It's basically super easy to do.
Yeah.
But if you you know, basically if you know, but there's options to run it synced and whatnot. But the problem is that, you know, like, there's very little reward for doing that. There's very little reward for doing a lot of this older content. But, you know, it's good to kind of get into the mindset to understand, you know, like how basic mechanics work, you know, coordination of a larger group, you know, understanding how to put together a group to tackle this content.
Like there's like crafting materials you can get out of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, but that's mostly for glamour.
Well, glamour's for life.
Glamour's the true end game. You just raid in order to get glamour.
Yeah, it's what do we call it? Fashion Fantasy 14.
Yeah, I guess that. But yeah, like, and like I said before, like, raiding is kind of a very small niche interest in the game. I mean, but this is like the most popular of that niche interest. Was, like, you know, probably looking at about like 75 to 90% of the people that raid probably do this type of thing.
Yeah.
Or at any one time, like this could be people that just want to do a little bit harder content. This could be people who are looking for a bit of challenge. They want to try to see if they can do it undersized with a few people, or they want to kind of like just get used to the content, or get drops for glamour,
Or get the titles, or
right,
or the orchestrion scrolls.
Right.
Because Answers is still the hardest song to get in the game.
I've got that on my main.
For 30 million gil.
No, actually, I think I spent like 3 million on it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You're on a rating server though, so.
Not really. It's a tiny server. I'm gonna go somewhere as a tiny server. It's not very hardcore rating, I don't think.
It's a hard song to get because you have to get 3 other songs from coils to craft Answers.
Right. I got it off the market. I got most of it off the market board, so.
Oh wow, lucky you.
Yeah. But yeah, I spent like 3 or 4 million gil on it. But yeah, like I'm sure if I would have bought up the things and held on to it, yeah. These things get more and more expensive as you go along.
But well, in Shadowbringers, I'm pretty sure we'll be able to solo Bahamut.
Right.
Altogether.
The main problem you run into with the Binding Claws of Bahamut, even though it's considered easy content, is it has a lot of instant death mechanics.
Right. So like speaking in terms of 14, I would say that the I think it's interesting because like the Savage modes are obviously the hardcore raids. But I would say that the Extreme Trials would probably be like mid-tier.
Yeah, well, because the trials are basically just essentially boss fights. And so I think those are a little easier to get into because I mean essentially you're focusing a lot more on just doing. I guess a lot of the more modern stuff.
Yeah, there's no trash in.
Yeah, although like you've got like a bit of like kind of strange mechanics. Like there's the game board part of one of the Omega raids. You know what I'm talking about? The one where
it changes.
Yeah.
Where you have like frog mode and DPS mode and
right.
mode. Yeah.
And then she takes you to a different place. Like that's kind of a raid, but but some of the other parts of the raid are basically like pure just boss fight.
Tank and spank.
Right.
Yeah, I stopped doing extremes even, and I feel kind of bad because like I used to love like that was like my raid, like what I do like for content in A Realm Reborn and Heaven's Ward, but I just kind of fell out of running them. I just lost interest.
I think part of it's finding like a good group to do it with.
Because
and like you said, you've got a lot of other obligations. You help run communities. You do the podcast and whatnot. I mean, like even for very casual stuff, you still have to put in a lot of time potentially to learn the mechanics because and you have other people relying on you.
Right.
It's kind of shitty for you to kind of pop into a raid and go like, okay guys, carry me.
Although I am red mage, I am the one who gets carried. All they ask in return is that I res.
Right. Just know where your res button is, boy. Know how to do a swift res. Yeah, well, okay, but then so we've been talking about the mid-tier content, but like this is basically like the stuff that where this is where like this stuff is a little more recent. It's still potentially past content, but it's a little more recent, so it's not quite as nerfed or the players aren't quite as buffed. Uh, um, it's going to be a kind of easier for kind of for people who want to kind of raid casually but aren't willing, kind of aren't interested in the kind of the hardcore stuff. So, oh, I got invaded.
That's okay. I got range buff on Vortex. Oh, there's Stalker. Hey, look, a raid boss.
Right.
Oh, look, he's dead. I got the war blueprint. Oh my god.
Did you?
Yeah! That's the first time I've ever gotten war to drop. Holy shit.
Wow.
I'm
welcome.
Actually excited.
Wow.
Yeah?
I've never seen that before myself. So.
What did you get?
I got the war blueprint. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It just took a while for it to report. So I got
spam
knocked down. Yeah. But yeah, and so then you kind of got the hardcore rating, which is the hardest content. Basically the stuff that gets released. You get the people that want to try to press and do it fast in order to get the bragging rights about getting first clears and whatnot. So.
Oh yeah, world first. That's a huge. Like people kill themselves trying to get world first clears.
Right.
I remember one of my friends on my